Chapter 54. Rimuru Pav. Hey, old man, wanna cause some chaos in the world? I asked Veldora. As of now, everything is becoming boring. The growth of my country is good and all, but it's still a little boring. My main plan will start into action after a month or so, because before I start my plan, I need to recruit Gabaru and Geld as well as take the whole Jura forest and its monsters under my command and make my country a little bigger. Once that's accomplished, I'll set my grand plan into motion. But in the meantime, why not cause some chaos in the world? Hee, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, ha, evil laugh. What do you mean, bro? But whatever it is, I'm in. Veldora said with a devilish grin. Oh, it's nothing much. Why don't you take a stroll around the world in your dragon form? Imagine this, you, in your majestic dragon form, taking a leisurely stroll around the world, particularly towards the east and west. You don't need to release your aura or anything, just transform into your dragon form and take a stroll. This will put the whole world into chaos, seeing the supposed dead evil dragon alive. Don't you think their reaction will be quite interesting to see? I can't wait for it, he. I explained to him what he has to do. Ku ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha, that's very like you, Rimuru. I'll do it, Veldora replied with a wholehearted evil laugh. I am, Chaos Creator, after all. I need to maintain my status. He, chaos is fun, but don't go towards that country you destroyed 300 years ago. They're still not strong enough to face you, and I need them for my future plans. If they catch sight of you now, I won't be able to use them to entertain me. So, you can't go there. But for other countries, feel free to roam as you please. Seeing you alive and roaming around freely will surely put the human nations into chaos. They will be so confused and terrified that they might die from shock. I bet after your little stroll, they might try to do something stupid like attack the Jura forest. But you know, that will be interesting too, playing with their army a little. He, I bet I am looking downright evil just now. If they did something stupid like that, then we will just annihilate them, Veldora said as if it's normal. Well, it's normal, but if we did that, then it won't be interesting. No, if that happens, then we will not directly obliterate them. Instead, we will use our forces and beat them at their own game. In the process, we will take their nations under our control, I explained to him. I have very grand plans for them after all, so how could I let them get killed so easily, huh? Cuckoo, foo, hey, Seal, why are you poking my cheeks? That, ha ha, tickles. I was enjoying my villain time, but out of nowhere, Seal just started to poke my cheeks. And seriously, that tickles. Nothing, I am just checking if you've entered your villain arc or not, because if you have, then I need to record master acting cool. Seal said with sparkling eyes. That's embarrassing. Seriously, this woman, stop there, no recording or anything. I said, firmly gripping her shoulders. Oh, are you that shy, master? Huh, and here I thought that you had become a little bold. Sigh, she said with a haughty attitude. Oh, so you want to see my boldness, huh? Well then, I'll show you how bold I am. You want to see my boldness, huh? My little devil, then let me show you my boldness, I said, forcefully catching her by her waist and starting to close the gap between us. Master, we are outside. And that's the reaction I like to see, a blushing Seal. Utterly cute. Even though she is usually bold, whenever I try to tease her, she is a blushing mess. So what, didn't you want to see my boldness, my sweet little devil cat? Bringing my lips near her ear, I replied in a husky voice. Master. Blushing intensified. Cough ahem, I am still here. I was so engrossed in teasing her that I forgot about our surroundings. But after I heard a certain old geezer, good for nothing, evil lizard's voice, I snapped back to reality. Damn, can't that lizard keep quiet for some time? Idiot. And just like that, she's back in her seat. My attention shifted for only a split second, and she's already returned. Curse you, Veldora, guess I can't do anything now, can I? So, where was I? Yes, I was suggesting that after dealing with this Orc Lord stuff, you should take a stroll around the world. And after that, maybe we could have a spar, I suggested to him. A spar, huh, yeah, we should have one. It's been a while since we last sparred with each other. But let's make it a pure martial arts fight, without any usage of magic or our ultimate skills, just pure martial arts. I also want to show you some new moves that I have created. And with this, he started rambling. Well, in the end, he agreed, and that's all that matters. Yeah, we can have a spar purely focused on martial arts. And for you, I will have a handicap so you can perform better and don't embarrass yourself, my dear brother, I teased him as I stood up. That's for earlier, you old man. What did? And before he could retort, I decided to leave. So if that's all, then let's go towards the others. I can sense that they are about to kill the Orc Lord. As I got up, Seal quickly absorbed the table and chairs and appeared right beside me. Okay, now then let's go. I said and, whoosh, we teleported right above the marshlands where the battle is going on. Wow, these guys did quite the job. Hakuro is literally chopping the orcs into pieces, and as for the other troops, they are also not doing bad either. As for Benimaru and Shion, they are not fighting the Orc Lord, rather, they are keeping him restrained at one place while they themselves are bickering with each other for who will get to kill the Orc Lord. And Diablo, he is just standing at the sidelines, observing them and giving the necessary guidance. Yo, guys, I said while still flying above the battlefield. As I greeted them, all of my subordinates' focus shifted on me, and Diablo literally appeared so fast and kneeled that only me, Seal, and Veldora were able to see him. It seems there are some people who likes to spy, I said, sensing someone eavesdropping on us. Interesting, so Milam is also there huh? What did she tell them, that idiot? I am not happy for it. Greater than Seal, let her know that I am not happy about what she has told them just now. Less than understood. Greater than, well, I should give her a scare because nowadays her pranks are going a bit too far. With that in thought, I looked at the direction of the people who are spying on us and for a brief moment, I activated my eyes and gave a bone-chilling stare to them. It was only for a brief moment so the only people who saw it are Seal, Veldora, and the people that I stared. Bridge. Brother you don't have to go that far. Veldora said in a slightly scared voice. Guess he still remember the first time that I gave him a death stare. It's necessary to teach kids where should they stop. I said to no one in particular, completely ignoring Veldora. Diablo, report. I asked Diablo to report the things that has happened here, during my absence. Yes, my lord, everything has transpired just as you said. Benimaru Dono, Hakuro Dono, Suoi Dono, and Shion have taken their anger out on the orcs, and we have also saved the lizardmen and that idiot Gabaru. I also secured all the souls of the orcs that have been killed in this battle. Additionally, I sensed that Lady Milam, along with some weaker individuals, is spying on the battlefield, but since Lady Milam is involved, I didn't take any action. Diablo reported everything that had happened just as I asked. Well, it seems that everything is going just as I thought it would be. Now that Benimaru and the others have vented their anger, it will be easier to bring the orcs under my control in the future without causing any dispute among them. Well, I guess it's time for me to take the lead. Benimaru, Shion, that's enough. I'll take care of him, I said to Benny and Shion as I appeared in front of the Orc Lord. Understood, my lord, they said and backed away. It seems that Shion wanted to say something, but because of Benny, she had to reluctantly agree. So, you are the Orc Lord, huh? I mumbled as I observed him. It seems while we were talking, the Orc Lord has evolved into a Demon Lord, huh? Well, even after his evolution, he is not that strong for an Orc disaster. I am the Orc disaster. I am the one who will devour all in this world. My name is Geld the Orc disaster. He let out a big scream before introducing himself. Quite the dramatic one, I say. Well, whatever, it's not like he is going to live for a long time anyway, so I'll let this slide for this time. Hey, look pal, no personal problem, but you have to die, I said to the Orc disaster, gaining his attention. Me die? No, you will die along with all of you. He said and let out another scream, which is unnecessary. I guess I need to finish him soon because it seems that Diablo won't be able to hold himself anymore and kill the Orc disaster along with all the orcs. Seriously, he can't stand it if anyone insults me. Well, I can't stand it either, so let's just get over with it. Hey dude, no hard feelings, but well, you will die, and that's for sure. But since you were misled into this, I will show you a little mercy. I'll let you know that your brethren won't be starved anymore, nor will they get punished for coming here. I am planning to take all of them under me. Well, that's all, so bye. I gave him a word of relief. I don't feel any sympathy for him, nor do I feel anything, but he has earned a little amount of respect from me for doing all this for his people. That's why I let him know that his people won't be starved to death or punished for invading the Jura forest. Well, that's all. Devour all things, Azathoth. And with that, the orc disaster is gone. He tried to resist, but Azathoth, who has already devoured more than trillions of worlds, devouring him is nothing, so his resistance was futile as he was absorbed and turned into nothingness. And as I absorbed him, the battle finally came to an end. Everyone stopped, and the effect of the unique skill, Starved, disappeared. Now that it's done, it's time to take the whole Jura forest, as well as everyone within it, under me. With that intention in mind, I once again started to fly in the sky. Location: Puppet Nation of Gistov. Moments earlier, in a room half filled with darkness and half light, we can see 4 people sitting. They are 4 out of the 10 great demon lords. These 4 demon lords decided to take independent action concerning the forest. There was no problem in this regard. However, they immediately started bickering when it came to who would monitor the situation. But after some argument and discussion, they decided to watch together. So now they are sitting in one room watching the battle of orcs in the marshlands. They are, in the form of a young girl, we see Milam Nava, the demon lord known as the Destroyer, one of the most powerful individuals in the entire existence. With her youthful appearance, she resembles a 12 to 13-year-old with pink hair tied in twin pigtails. Moreover, she is the most short-tempered and straightforward among them. What the rest would consider common sense is completely lost on her. However, despite her seemingly childish demeanor, she possesses remarkable intelligence and can be considered one of the smartest individuals in the world when it really comes down to it. Others often underestimate her due to her playful nature. While she may appear simple, Milam's true cunning nature is hidden beneath the surface, as she prefers to keep her intellect hidden, finding greater enjoyment in the unpredictability of her actions. Beside her sits Frey, the Harpy Queen and another of the Demon Lords. Known as the Sky Queen, Frey's species reigns over the skies, wielding a special ability known as magic jamming. This power cancels out flight magic spells, rendering those unable to fly vulnerable to their demise. She is at a Demon Lord seed level of power. The person next to Frey is the Beast Master and one of the Demon Lords, Carrion. Carrion has short, spiky blonde hair and a large build, standing tall with black sharp nails and a beast paw print tattoo on his right chest. He wears loose clothing and a 3-part pauldron on his right shoulder. He is at a Demon Lord seed level of power. Next to him is the Marionette Master and another of the Demon Lords, Clayman. Although he is considered the weakest among the Demon Lords, Clayman compensates with his scheming nature. He is below the Demon Lord seed level in terms of power. However, that was in the past because his strength has greatly increased over time, and he is now as strong as any average awakened Demon Lord. Milam has noticed Clayman's rapid increase in strength and his awakening, but she dismisses it as it does not concern her, which is rather true. Currently, they are watching the Orc Lord fighting against some Majins from the Jura forest. What the heck is going on? Why is the Orc Lord being defeated? Who are those people? Clayman spoke rather angrily. I don't know, but they seem rather strong for Majins. I don't think even I can beat that one-horned Kijin or that red-headed Kijin, Frey said, showing interest in these Majins. Yeah, I don't think I can beat them either. But I wonder who they are. I was not aware that there are people like this inside the Jura forest, Carrion said to no one in particular, but his voice was filled with curiosity. I wonder that too. And Frey, they are not Kijins, rather, they are Onus, Milam said, observing the Onus. You seem quite knowledgeable about it despite not visiting the Jura forest, Frey said in a proud voice. Well, it's not like I haven't visited the Jura forest or anything, it's just been some years since I last visited the forest, Milam said to them, shocking them as they didn't know that she had visited the Jura forest. But don't we have a pact with the storm dragon Veldora? So how did you go there and why? This time Carrion was the one who spoke. Upon his question, Clayman perked up and started to pay attention to their conversation, as this could be valuable information for him at least, that's what he thinks. Well, that pact has nothing to do with me. I can go there whenever I want, and not only me, but Guy, Romulus, and even Dino have gone to the Jura forest multiple times. This pact only applies to you newcomers, us old demon lords are free to go into the Jura forest whenever we want, Milam said as if it were a normal thing. However, she soon realized that what she had revealed was not just normal information, but rather, very important. Yet, She didn't care, confident that no one would scold her as long as they didn't find out about it. Unfortunately for her, a certain deity had already discovered her actions, and they are not very pleased about it. And she sensed it through their soul corridor. We were not aware of that. So why are only we not allowed to enter the Jura forest? Clayman asked, wanting to know more about it. Sorry, I can't tell you about it. It's classified information. I have already told you more than I should, and for that, some people are not happy about it, she said in a serious voice. This surprised them because they had never seen this side of her, or rather, she had never shown them this side before. Well, we won't ask you any more about it, so don't worry, Frey interjected before Clayman could ask more questions. She was somewhat aware that Milam rarely gets serious, and when she does, it's usually a matter of great importance. She didn't want to provoke her by pressing for answers. Frey remembered a time years ago when Milam first came over to her place, and one of her men, who was one of her strongest, angered her. That time she had witnessed a glimpse of Milam's power after one of her men had angered her. It was a terrifying experience that she had no desire to witness it again. Hey, look, there's a girl over there, and she looks strong. And that black-haired demon, too, Carrion said, attempting to shift their focus away from the previous topic. I can't sense their power, but I'm sensing great danger from them. The chills that they are giving are terrifying, Frey said after observing them. Diablo, what is he doing there? And who is she? She seems to be someone important and hella strong too. Milam said in a low voice. What did you say, Milam? Frey asked her after hearing Milam mumbling. Nothing, Milam said, still staring at Diablo and the mysterious girl. She's strong, stronger than Guy, that's for sure. And that ring, I can sense the same energy from it that's on Ciel's and Rimuru's wedding rings. Wait, did Bestie get married to another woman? Why didn't he tell me? Is he going to leave me? I don't want that, he's my brother. Why is she taking him away from me? What's going on? Arg, right now, Milam's mind is a mess. Unbeknownst to her, her Oni-chan complex is activating. She's starting to fear that this new girl might take Rimuru away from her, triggering a surge of conflicting emotions. Hey, look, there's someone appearing over there, 3 of them, Clayman said, gaining everyone's attention once again. Veldora, what is he doing there? Milam questioned after looking into the crystal. This time her voice was not low but loud enough for others to hear. Veldora, did you just say Veldora, as in the storm dragon Veldora? Carrion said in disbelief, staring wide-eyed at the crystal. What is going on? By the mention of Veldora, Clayman became anxious and outrageously spoke, but before he could continue, he was dropped to the ground. Not only him, but everyone in that room except Milam dropped to the ground like flies. They were not dead, but simply unconscious, they were overcome by fear and despair. They didn't die because the one who did this didn't want them to die, as he has plans for them in the future. This happened because just now Rimuru stared at them and gave them a bone-chilling stare. Plus, for a brief moment, he activated his eyes. He only did so to scare Milam a little and teach her where she should stop, but the others happened to get caught up in it. Still, it shook them to their very core and left them with a scar that will never be healed. While all of them were scared to death and became unconscious, Milam was in a different state. Her whole body was trembling, shaking violently like crazy, to the point where it was almost impossible for her to control herself. However, even in this state, her mind didn't stop, driven by her Oni-chan complex. Soon, she composed herself and started to think. I want to go to the Jura forest, but then that woman is still there, and I don't know her relationship with Bestie yet. But I also want to go there and eat delicious food, yeah, and fight Veldora too. But what if that woman has the same relationship as Ciel with Rimuru, and he doesn't need me anymore? What if he leaves me all alone? Arg, what should I do? Should I go to the Jura forest or should I not? Arg, I don't know. I'll go to the ice continent first and talk with Aunt Velzard. I am sure that she must know something about that woman. Yeah, I'll just do that. With that in mind, Milam prepared to leave. See you later, guys. Milam said to the unconscious people and departed towards the ice continent. To be continued.